If you look at that, like the Sahaba, they were always keen in terms of trying to develop themselves through finding beneficial knowledge. And there was an incident that occurred with Omar bin al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, where he saw a Sahabi making dua in front of the Kaaba. And so he sees this Sahabi making this dua, and he's never heard of this dua before, and it sounded kind of strange to him. And the Sahabi kept making this dua over and over again, Allahumma jalni min al-qalila. So, oh Allah, make me amongst the few. And he's asking, like he's thinking to himself, why does he keep saying, oh Allah, make me amongst the few, make me amongst the few? And so he says, woe unto you, what are you asking for? And so this Sahabi, he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, قَلِيلٌ مِّنْ عِبَادِيَ الشُّكُورِ, that only a few of my slaves are grateful, and I want to be amongst the few. You know, Umar bin al-Khattab, he really liked this dua. If you look at, firstly, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in this ayah in the Quran, He's saying only a few of my servants are grateful. And usually this is a rational response to any type of blessing. So if somebody were to give you something, do a favor for you, you say thank you. But only a few people actually are grateful. You know, if you look in your life, there are only a few people who are actually, generally speaking, grateful. They have a sense of gratitude. Like, how many times do you hear somebody complain about something versus people say, hey, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. Like, you know, there's a big disparity there, right? When you compare those who complain about what they don't have and those who acknowledge and are grateful for the blessings that they have. And so those are a few. And in life, the people who are successful in any field are always a few. So if you look at business, the people who are the elite and successful in business, a few. If you look at the amount of startup tech companies, for example, there's so many, dozens, like every single day coming out all over the world. Only a few end up becoming major, huge, successful tech companies, right? In academics, right? There's only a few people who win the Nobel Prize, for example. So, and that's an interesting phenomenon, because what happens is that most people want to be part of the crowd, right? Most people want to follow what the crowd is doing or what general society is doing, but the people who are successful are usually like an elite few. Like, even, for example, you look at athletes. There's an elite few athletes that end up becoming the top in their sport, okay? Many people may play sports, but there's only a certain thing. And if you look at the few people who reach the top, they do things which the vast majority of people don't do. Even though, like, we're kind of sometimes conditioned that we want to follow the crowd, or we should follow the crowd. But then you should think to yourself, maybe if I follow the crowd, that's the worst way to become successful. Just generally, if you observe life in general.